Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be talking to you about Hal Elrod's Miracle Morning. So I picked up this book because I was looking for something that I needed to just get myself going on a morning. I am so not a morning person, but because I've had a baby, I have to be now because I'm up at 5:30 every single morning. So I thought, right, I need to think of a way to make my mornings more productive, and it's actually turned my whole day around now. So I'm going to bed much earlier, I'm getting up much earlier, and my day is much more productive. So yay! So this book talks about 6 habits that just completely transform your morning to make yourself have a more productive day. Now, what teacher doesn't want that? So the 6 habits is cleverly put into a mnemonic, which is savers. So I'm going to talk you through those 6 habits right now. So the first one is silence. Now, if you're anything like me, you get up in the morning, you stick the TV on, you stick the kettle on, you stick some washing in the washing machine, and before you know it, your whole house is really busy and hectic. So what Hal says is that you should start your morning with some purposeful silence. So all that means is that you get up and you deliberately have a quiet time. So usually your morning is pretty hectic and rushed. You get up, you do everything you need to do, and you're out that door before you know it. And our minds are usually plagued with internal chatter of like everything that's got to go on, what we have to do, where we have to go, what we have to see, what we forgot to do, we're running late, we've had an argument, all this kind of stuff's going on in our brains. Or on the other side of matters, your morning starts off, you're completely sluggish, you're so lazy, you're so lethargic, you're completely unmotivated, and then you just have a really slow, unproductive day. So Hal suggests some things that you can do during your silent period. He suggests meditation, prayer, breathing, reflection and gratitude. So what I like to do is reflection and gratitude during this time. So I'll make myself a cup of coffee, I'll sit on the couch and I'll just start reflecting on the previous day and really start thinking gratefully for everything that I have going on in my life. This really helps me start off my day positively. It's really important as well that you don't do your silence while you're in bed, because what will happen is you'll fall back asleep. So get up, get that cup of coffee, get yourself on the couch and do it then. Or you can go and sit in your garden, go for a walk, whatever you want to do for that silent time. Okay, so A is for affirmations. Now this is speaking out loud positive things that you want for your life. So in the book, Hal talks about how he read a statistic that 80% of women have self-deprecating thoughts about themselves. So body image, job performance, other people's opinion of them, etc. As a teacher, you are constantly self-reflecting, thinking, oh, I could have done that better. She's a better teacher than me. He's a better teacher than me. I love the way he did that. You're constantly comparing yourself to other people and to your own job performance and thinking that you could have done better. So you've got a lot of it's not necessarily negativity because it is constructive, but you are constantly thinking of ways that you can improve yourself and do better. So affirmations are a great way just to give yourself some more self-belief. So you can say things like, I'm an outstanding teacher, I have great relationships with all of the children in my class, my children are going to be successful, just things like that. Because your self-talk has a really big influence on your level of success. So if you're telling yourself you can't, you're not going to be able to. You need to tell yourself, I can, and then you're much more likely to be successful. So Hal gives you 5 steps to creating your own affirmations. His steps are, so step 1 is, what do you really want? Step 2 is, why do you want it? Step 3 is, who are you committed to being to create that what you want? Step 4 is, what are you committed to do to attain it? And step 5 is to add inspirational quotes and philosophies. There are quotes all over social media, all over Google. You just need to search images and you can get loads and loads of really good affirmations and quotes. Visualization is the process of imagining exactly what you want to achieve or attain and then mentally rehearsing what you need to do to achieve that. So, for example, if I'm going to be observed tomorrow, I would wake up in the morning and I would go through, you'll do this anyway if you're anything like me, on a night when you're in bed. So you're lying in bed and you're going through your lesson, you're going through all your plans, you're going through all your resources and you're making sure you've got everything. So it's just like that, but on a morning you go through your lesson and you visualize it going well. So you visualize exactly how you want it to go and exactly what you want to achieve, and then you'll find that it really helps when it comes to the lesson because you visualized it. You know what your expectations are, so your expectations are higher for the children. So you just want to be visualizing your ideal day, performing all of the tasks that you've got to do really easily and with enjoyment. So then when it comes to doing your tasks, you're prepared for them mentally. You just think, right, I know this is what I've got to do, and you just get on and do it. It's much easier when you visualize. It really, really is. Exercise is something that should always be incorporated into your morning routine anyway. I like to do stretches, so I get a lot of tension here in my neck, so I put on a YouTube video for neck tension stretches, and I usually do that. Right down here always hurts me. I must be hunched up all the time. I know I carry a lot of heavy bags. I'm on the computer typing a lot, so it does get tense. I'm bending over a lot because I work with little children. So it's really important that you're doing lots of exercise just to get that body up and moving and mobile. Exercise also really boosts your energy, improves your health and improves your self-confidence. So it's just win-win. You can't go wrong with exercise, guys. So R is for reading. Now I take this as well as things like not just reading books, but looking at blog posts, even like watching YouTube videos and things can be classed in your reading section, because if you are educating yourself on how to be a better teacher, then in my eyes that's the whole point of reading anyway. So any type of professional development that you can do is part of the reading. That's how I take it. So for example, I go on teachers' blog posts, so I'm supporting other teachers out there and looking at their ideas and stealing them basically. I always leave a comment and let them know, wow, I thought that was amazing, I'm going to do this, so giving them some credit. Pinterest, I absolutely love Pinterest and Instagram. Yeah, all of that I class as my reading. Also reading books like this, so anything that develops me personally as a person. I like to do personal development. I like to do my morning devotions and Bible studies. I like to listen to audiobooks in the car on my way to work. I'm currently listening to one called The 5 Levels of Leadership, which just looks like this. I am reading this book because I'm on the leadership team, and I definitely feel that that is a skill that I need to develop. I am a leader in this setting, but I always think there's room for improvement. So yeah. Reading to better yourself is always a benefit. Okay, and the final one is S, which is for scribing, and this is probably my most favourite. This is where you're able to jot down all of your ideas, any breakthroughs that you've had. I also like to write down gratitude at this point, any successes that I've had in the previous day, any lessons that I learned, any areas for opportunity, personal growth, development, or any way I can improve. I also really like to use an app which is called the 5-Minute Journal. It looks like this, So you might have a child that you've been working on for ages to get them to reach this certain point. They reach it and you're just so grateful. You could take a photograph of that child's work and then you've got that image forever and that memory forever in your phone. You might have an observation that went really, really well, so you could take a photograph of your observation feedback form or of the lesson that you taught, some of the resources, things like that, and write down in your gratitude list how amazing your day was. I don't know. It's a really good, useful app. I personally absolutely adore it. Or you could keep a journal and just write down a gratitude journal. I've seen lots of people do that on YouTube. There's loads of videos, so just search gratitude journal and you'll get loads of ideas there. So Hal explains that the people who are the most successful in life are the people who are the most grateful, and they regularly acknowledge themselves for what they've achieved, so they give themselves a bit of a pat on the back. So as a teacher, you work extremely, extremely hard. It never ends. There's always something to do. There's always jobs going on, and there's always things that completely ruin your plans. So it's really important to be reflective and just to give yourself a pat on the back every now and then, because you are doing such a good job. You might not feel like you are because it is so draining and so stressful and so hard, but when you get those breakthroughs with those children, it's just the best thing ever, and you'll know yourself what I'm talking about. So yeah, that is the scribing section. So finally, Hal gives you a little list of how much time you can spend on each of these activities. So he says silence for about 5 minutes, affirmation for about 5 minutes, visualization for about 5 minutes, and then you want to exercise and read for about 20 minutes each, and then write down for about 5 minutes. So the total is 1 hour. So he recommends that you get up an hour earlier than you usually would and get this done. Now, I'm not going to lie, I don't get up an hour earlier every single day. If I get the opportunity to lie in, I'm going to lie in, and then I'll wait until Ryan goes to sleep for his morning nap, and then I will do this. If you're a full-time teacher and you're getting up every morning to go to work, then you could try getting up an hour earlier and doing this. You could ease yourself in and just do half an hour and reduce those times, whatever. But I can't recommend this book enough. It has really helped me become a much more productive person and get my morning off to a really good start. So I really hope you found this video interesting and useful, and I'm really glad you've made it to the end. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!